Hi everybody, Alex Florio from Expert Forex, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Magic Carpet Forex technique. And the Magic Carpet technique works with the grid system, and I've already mentioned this technique in my previous video, and here is the previous video that I mentioned it in. And as you can see, the Magic Carpet is used to print money, so it's a very important technique and a very important approach. And once you've created a magic carpet, you can print money in your sleep. So the process here is to download the Simple Grid Trading robot. It's a free robot, and then apply it to a couple of currencies, and you will see your magic carpets developing, and you will start printing money. That's what the process is. I'll explain how it works. Now, the grid system is a very simple system. All it says that it divides the market into grids, and you tell it how far the grid lines should be apart from each other, and you don't have to do any work for that. I will actually tell you how to do that. But essentially how grid trading starts is it says, let's start with a buy and a sell. If you start with a buy and a sell, you are assured that one of those legs will be positive. So every single time the price reaches a grid level, the system makes sure that there's a buy and a sell in place. And what happens is it cashes in the positive transaction and leaves the negative transaction open. And that is as simple as it is. That is the grid system. So let's have a look at it in a little bit more detail. Now remember, this is our starting point. We start with a buy and a sell. Now in this example, and this is purely example, let's say the price goes up about 100 pips, and then comes down by 100 pips, and then goes down further 100 pips, and it goes up 100 pips. And that you've selected, let's say, a 20 pip grid gap. And so what would happen is that at each level, the buy transactions will be cashed in, and the sell transactions will remain open in this particular movement up here. Then it moves around and it comes back, and then when it's coming back over there, all those sell transactions that were open there get closed. But unfortunately, the buy transactions that open get left as negative transactions. So that's a negative, that's negative, and that's negative, and so on and so on. And then as it goes down here, it creates more negative buys, but they're not there because they actually get used up over there, and more sells get cashed in, and then as it reaches that point, it starts cashing in buys again. So that's why those buys over there are not shown. They get cashed in on this particular leg, and you are left with sell transactions that are open. So at this point, where that is returned to the original point, we now have 5 buy transactions that are open and 5 sell transactions that are open. Now, if you're new to grid trading, this might be totally confusing. You might have to watch the video 4 or 5 times for the penny to drop. But if you keep the rule that you need a buy and a sell at each grid level, and that you cash in the positive trade and you leave the negative trade, that's all you need to know, and you will understand why we have 5 open buys there and 5 open sells. Okay, so now let's move on to the next level. So now let's give these transactions values, and as I've said, each one has a 20 pip gap, and therefore the buy up there will be minus 100 pips, because it's 100 pips away from that place where the price is right now. The one after that is minus 80 pips, minus 60 pips, minus 40 pips, minus 20 pips. And then these trades, that buy and that sell, is 0 because they're at the starting point. And then these ones are just the reverse. That's also minus 100, minus 80, minus 60, minus 40, minus 20, and that is 0. Now, this is where the carpet concept comes in. What we've created here is a carpet of open trades. This is the carpet, and it consists of buy trades and sell trades. Sometimes it can only consist of buy trades, sometimes only consist of sell trades, but this is the carpet concept. Now, what is so special about this carpet concept? It means that whenever the price is moving anywhere on this carpet, it is cashing in 20 pips for every time it touches a grid level. And that is what makes it so special. So if you look at the cost of this grid, there's 300 above, 300 below, so it's a total of 600 pips is the cost of the grid. Just cashing in all of those trades over there contributed 20 cash-ins. Now, to pay, now this is a concept that is something you need to understand. To pay for this carpet, we have to cash in 30 trades. Now, this happens actually very easily because the price doesn't just move like this in straight lines. It goes all over the show. Now, I'm going to show you an example of that. So what happens at some point, your equity or your cash-ins exceed the value of the grid. So in other words, you have paid for your carpet. Until then, your carpet is unpaid. So that's how the concept works. And you have to understand this concept because when the price is on the carpet, you are printing money when your carpet is paid for. Now, here's an actual example from the previous video. So please go and watch that video. I actually show you trade for trade what's going on in this particular trading. It's very similar to what I've already shown you. There's the start. The price went down, went up, went down, went up, down, up, and then further down, high, up. And that's why I say the price doesn't move in straight lines. It goes all over the place. And in this particular case, there were 76 cash-ins. But the grid value at the end of this particular grid was only minus 1,200. So this particular series of trading resulting in a profit of $1,394. The biggest initial drawdown, in other words, the negative equity, was almost $500, and the biggest total negative equity was 1,200. But in the end, because the carpet was paid for, all of the cash-ins here at the end were free, as it were, because the carpet's paid for, and that is where that nice profit just piled up. It just piles up and piles up. You just leave it and it'll just keep on piling up, literally printing money. So what is the trick with a magic carpet system? Very easy. When using the carpet system, you have to use non-trending, low volatility currencies. You don't want the currency to start trending for 1,000 pips. You are going to be in big trouble. So you have to find currencies that are low volume, low trending currencies. Okay, so you suddenly start panicking. Oh, I've got to do some work. No, you don't have to do some work. I've done that for you. So when you download the Grid Trader, here's what you get. You get two settings. You just have to tell the EA what gap size you want to use, and you have to tell it what lot size you can. And in the actual EA, this is the setting side of the EA, I actually give you those instructions on what kind of gap sizes to use and what kind of lot sizes to use. So you don't have to think, you just follow that formula. So when doing the carpet trading, it's best to use these currencies over there that have small gap sizes, because of the fact that they've got small gap sizes, it takes into account that they are low volatility and low trending currency. So you don't have to do anything further. I've done that for you. It's basically just take the EA, decide which particular currency you want to do, and look what the gap sizing should be, and then just do that input there. The lot sizing is the most easiest one. If you've got an account of $1,000, you simply use what is stated there. Very easy. Now, how I found these values is I used a tool called the currency selector. You don't have to worry about this. I've done this for you, but I found the currencies with the lowest ATRs, average true range, in other words, the range in which they trade. So you want currencies that have a low range like that, and there we have a whole lot of currencies there. So then I went into the trend analyzer. This is a free tool. A link will be in the description of the video as well as in the first commentary. And then I found currencies that have low trendiness. In other words, they don't trend much. And that's what we want. We want low volatility, low trending currencies. And here we have them, and again I would only trade those currencies over there. So don't go and take this grid and go and trade the gold, or go and trade the euro yen. You're crazy, because these are the high volatility, high trending currencies. You're going to get into trouble straight away. Your carpet is going to be too expensive for your budget, for your pocket. You've got to trade the currencies that are not dangerous. That's the important thing in Forex. Trade currencies that are not, and these are the currencies that are not dangerous. Anyway, this is a free tool. Go and download it if you want, but you don't have to, because I've already told you what to do here. So just do that element of the trading. That's what's so beautiful about this free EA. No thinking involved. Just follow the instructions. Now, I hope you understand how the carpet works and how we want to keep that carpet as small as possible by using very low trending currencies and low volatility currencies. And we want to create that carpet so that when the price is moving on that carpet, it is just printing money. It's not costing us anything because we've paid for the carpet. It is just printing money for us. So actions from here. If you haven't done so already, download the free EA. If you haven't watched that second video that shows the carpet being created and how the price is bouncing on that carpet and just printing money, go and watch that video. And then hopefully after watching this video, you understand the carpet concept. There's another important concept that I'll cover in future videos, but this alone will make you very, very successful if you follow this process step by step. This EA is ideal for a beginner. No thinking involved. Just follow the process step by step. Much more difficult for an experienced trader who wants to, oh no, let me optimize the EA. Let me do this. They're very bad at following simple instructions, these experienced ones that think they know better. Okay, now I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. And as always, links to anything mentioned in the video will be in the description of the video, as well as in the first commentary of the video. So from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.